Hello, my name is Felipe and this is Danny, and we are talking through the BBC channel, and we are talking of the British Museum.
The British Museum is situated on the center of London. This museum is public, and you can see all of these works. Works have a type of Greek, Roman, European and Egyptian works.
There are more than 8 million of work, and each year 6 million of people go there.
This is all for BBC channel. Bye bye.
Hello everybody, we are Cristina Dominguez and Angela Campanaro from BBC channel, and we are going to talk today about Covent Garden. Covent Garden is a building located in the western part of Westminster City. It was built in the 1632 by Inigo Jones and was ordered to build by the Fourth Count of United Kingdom. Its style is Baroque. It uses proportion and symmetry. The name comes from the land that were built, that was a convent a convent of Carmelita and San Peter. Its name was Covent Garden and ended into Covent Garden.
Inside of the Covent Garden, you can find some shops, markets, street performers that are very typical, and some elements for entertainment. Also, it contains an entry to the Royal Opera House. Covent Garden is emblematic for London because it is very popular and many people go there. Thanks for your attention and bye from BBC Channel.
Hello, we are Javier and Juanfran from the BBC Channel, and we are going to talk about the National Gallery.
The National Gallery is one of the most important museums in Britain and in the world. It's located in central London, in Trafalgar Square. It was opened in 1824, although the actual building was built between 1832 and 1838 by William Wilkins.
It was built due to the demand of create a big, free and didactic museum with the most important paintings of each style. In France, the Louvre opened, and the same occurred with the Prado in Spain. But in Britain, the paintings were in the king's possession.
In this museum, we can see paintings from the 13th century to the 20th century of various famous artists like Botticelli, Michelangelo, Vermeer, Velázquez, Zurbarán, and many more.
The National Gallery is a great museum because it isn't a huge one like El Prado or the Louvre, and it hasn't got more than 2,300 works, but they are all masterworks. And this museum is very dynamic to visit, and it only has one floor. The main pictures that we can find there are the ambassadors, the toilet of Venus, the Samson, the Delilah, or the sunflowers.
That's all. Thank you for your attention.
Hello, my name is Pablo.
And I am Fernando, and this is BBC News in the afternoon, full HD, no fake.
Today we are going to talk about the Trafalgar Square, one of the most famous squares in London.
This square is formed by, in the center, a very big column with Captain Nail's statue surrounded by 4 very big lions and 4 pictures labrated in bronze. Also, there are very big fountains.
There are also 4 statues, 3 of generals riding horses and 1 contemporary of a very big hand with a very large finger.
This square is very frequented by tourists and also young people to meet. Also here in summer there are concerts and exhibitions.
It is situated in the center part of London, near the National Gallery, and it was made in the 20th century.
We hope that you like it. Bye bye, and now the weather with Roberto Bracero.
Hello, my name is Africa and my partner is Jaime, and we are going to talk about houses of parliament.
The Houses of Parliament started to be built in 1840, and it was finished in 1865.
Their main architects were Charlie Barry and Augustus Pugin.
In 1844,
there was a huge fire which destroyed the palace.
The building had been used as a royal residence from William the Conqueror. It was saved from fire, just a little part of it. It was here where gold and jewels were kept, and it was built in the 4th century.
Finally, the building was rebuilt in 1847, and there was 1,200 rooms and 11 patios.
Neogothic is the name of an historical artist movement, mainly architectural and decorative.
Their main characteristics were pointed arcs, rivet vaults, and arbotands.
In the Houses of Parliament, we can visit a central lobby, a Moses room, members lobby, Ace lobby, Commons chamber, and St. Peter's Hall.
And Westminster Hall, and Norman Porch, Queen's Robin Room, Royal Gallery, and Premier's Chamber, and Lord Chamber too.
And that's it.
Hello, we are Mariana and Elena from BBC Channel, and we are going to talk about Natural History Museum.
The Natural History Museum is a museum located in South Kensington, London, and it is one of the biggest museums of the Exhibition Road. The construction took place from 1873 to 1880, and it was inaugurated on 18 April 1881. Its builder was Alfred Waterhouse.
It has a neo-Romanesque style that was used in the 19th century. Its main characteristics are it used monochromatic stones and semicircular arches, and it's inspired in the 11th and 12th centuries Romanesque architecture. It was built to keep the big collection of skeletons, plants and fossils of the British Museum. There you can see some exhibitions about zoology, entomology, paleology.
There are more than 7 million articles. People learn about the history of science and biology. There are about 5.3 million visitors a year, so it's the third museum most visited of the United Kingdom. Thanks, and see you soon.
Hello everybody, we are Elvira and Germán from the BBC channel, and we are going to talk about the West End.
West End is a famous town of London. It is situated in the west of London City, in the neighbourhood of Westminster.
It was developed during the 17th, 18th and 19th centuries, and it has an architecture style Victorian, and is built around the Place of Westminster.
This town has numerous houses, mod shops and lots of monuments, like
Piccadilly Circus. It was created during the 19th century to connect Royal Street with the principal shopping centres of West End.
London Palladium. It is a famous theatre inaugurated in 1910. This theatre has welcomed numerous shows, concerts and events like the Beatles concert.
Russell Square. It is a square and gardens in Bushby, London, and it was designed by Henry Pipton.
And many more monuments like Berkeley Square, Hyde Park Corner, Oxford Circus and Trafalgar Square. Goodbye, thanks for your attention. We hope you like it from BBC Channel.
Hello everyone, I'm Carolina
and I am Maria.
And this is BBC Channel. Today we are in the Tower of London.
The Tower of London is inside the longest district of the north part of the city, by the Tower Hill. A man called William the Conqueror set about conditioning the new capital by building this defense.
The strongest of the three was the tower, which controlled and protected the eastern entry to the city from the river, as well as serving as a palace. Since 1100, the castle was used as a prison, although this wasn't its first purpose. The Tower of London has been very important for English history.
Since 14th century to Charles II's reign, there were a procession from the tower to the Westminster Abbey in the new monarchy coronation. The castle had 490 meters around it and 290 surround it. The tower is situated in the Tower Hill.
Henry VIII, Mary's and Boleyn. Royal lodgings were built for her at the tower. In this tower there were a lot of executions, such as in Thomas More, John Fisher, Bishop of Rochester, and Anne Boleyn, that were imprisoned before they died.
Thomas Cromwell and Catherine Howard were imprisoned here too. Also, the Queen Elizabeth I and Thomas Fan were imprisoned with Anne Ascliffe, that were tortured here before she died.
Nowadays, we can find there the crown jewels with an incalculable value and the Royal Armoury collection. That's all. Thanks for watching and see you soon. Bye.
Bye.
Hello, we are Rebecca and Mari Carmen, and do you know where are we?
We are in Camden Town or Camden Market. This is the most famous market in London. There are a lot of shops. Do you know the story of this place?
These were stables where horses lived. It is situated in the north of London. It's famous by his art and his music.
This place was a zoo too, where Henry VIII liked to hunt.
In the 18th century, it started to be an urban area. In 1837, the first railway passed here.
That's all. We hope to see you here and enjoy this brilliant and wonderful place. Bye.
Bye bye.
Hello, we are Cristina
and Elena
from BBC Channel, and today we are going to talk to you about the Science Museum
of London.
The Science Museum was founded in 1857 by Bennett Woodcraft. It started to be built in 1913, but it couldn't be ended and opened from the people until 1928 because of the First World War. The museum has huge dimensions. It has 40 rooms and it is divided into areas depending on the topic. The museum is located in Exhibition Road, South Kensington. And why it was built, Elena?
A good question, Christina. This museum was built with the object of the Royal Society of Arts and some items from the Great Exhibition of London as part of the South Washington Museum, together with what is now the Victoria and Albert Museum. It includes a collection of machinery which became the Museum of Patents in 1858 and the Patent Office Museum in 1863. This collection of machinery contains many of the most famous exhibits of what is now the Science Museum. What can you see there, Christina?
In the museum you can see rooms dedicated to the science and the technologies of the other countries, rooms dedicated to the astronomy, and you can feel the sensation to travel to the future. Also, there is a room called Launchpad, where the children can build a bridge or drive an airplane. That's all from BBC Channel. We'll see you the next week.
Hi to everybody, I'm Juan and this is my partner Raúl and we are from BBC Channel. We are going to talk about the Tate Modern. The Tate Modern is a modern art gallery located in London. It's Britain's National Gallery of International Modern Art and forms part of the Tate Group. This museum was built in the Bankside Power Station. This museum was built 17 years ago by Jacques Henthorpe and Pierre de Meuron. This museum was opened by the Queen on 11 of May 2000. The museum has these dimensions: 34,000 square meters of covered areas, 3,000 meters squares of expositive areas, and 3,000 meters of exhibition halls. Also, there are 2 coffee shops, a library, and a shop, and a lot of office. The chimney measures 1980 meters, 12 meters less than the St. Paul Cathedral.
The permanent expositions of the Tate Modern are one of the most important and complete expositions of contemporary art. It has work of very important artists of the 12th century. For example, Pablo Picasso, Andy Warhol, Salvador Dalí, and Mark Rothko. It is situated on the 5th and 3rd floor. It is divided into the following sectors: material gesture and material gesture and idea and object on the third floor, and conceptual models and states of flux on the first floor. The temporal expositions of the third model have very important expositions with works of Pablo Picasso, Frida Kahlo, Marcel Duchamp, and Dmitry Stravinsky. The Tate Modern is one of the most visited museums over the world. More than 30 million of people visited the museum when it's opened. It is one of the three of the greatest touristic attractions of the United Kingdom. It generates an annual profit of 100 million of pounds for the city, and it has generated more than 4,000 jobs.
This is all. Thanks for your attention.
Hello, we are Carmen and Anna from BBC Channel. Hello, today we are in London, in St. Paul's Cathedral. St. Paul's Cathedral is an Anglican church in central London. It is situated in Luggage Hill, the highest point of the London city.
It was started to be built in 604 in honor to St. Paul Apostle. Later it burned down because of the Great Fire on 1666, but from 1673 to 1710 was built again. The cathedral was designed in the English Baroque style by Christopher Wren.
It was built to be the house of the new bishop. Inside the cathedral we can find a huge dome, some vaults and archer.
The church has some balconies and an organ. People can visit the cathedral because it's fantastic and very beautiful, and they can also attend masses.
St. Paul's Cathedral is a very important place in London because it is very big. It's the second biggest cathedral of London. The first one is the Liverpool Cathedral.
St. Paul Cathedral was the highest monument in London from 1710 to 1962, until the London Eye was built.
We recommend you to visit it, and that's all.